Stop. What's up, everyone? Going to get started here in a moment, in exactly 90 seconds. So, doing a brand refresh for a local sports team is going to be a lot of fun. I'm really looking forward to this. So, yeah, stay tuned. I'll be right back in a second. And thank you for joining me. I'll leave the URL up in case you want me to make you a logo. Hello, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever today may find you. Hello there, South Bay Creations in the house. I knew who South Bay Creations is. It's going to lead right into my content, which is awesome. Good to see you here. Reverb Mike, Garth, and Phil. Yeah, this is going to be fun. So glad you guys are here. Voodoo Val, what's up? So yeah, we're going to get this party started just so you're familiar with the URL. This is where you can kind of submit, where you can submit a logo idea. Actually, no, just submit whatever side hustle, small business, whatever you're working on, where you might need a logo or branding, or just a branding refresh, like what's going on today. So submit that, and it will be in the list, and if everything works out, I'll get to it, and it'll be a lot of fun. So that's the plan. Let me go ahead and show you my end of things, because here's the URL. This is what you're going to enter in, like your email, the name, business. It's pretty straightforward. Brief description, social media, stuff like that. And today, hopefully Phil, I think, is here. Yes, Phil. Hello, Phil. We're going to be doing a logo for Valleywhackers. So they're basically a co-ed softball team that's been playing on Sundays in the San Fernando Valley area, the Valley in LA, for decades, is it safe to say? Would love to for you to add some color here. Phil, feel free. And looking for a brand design, social media templates, and even a brand refresh as well, because I could show you what you currently have, and we kind of go from there. So yeah, so it's been going for about 20 years, so for a couple decades. So I think this is going to be really cool. And honestly, I swear this sounds like so much fun. Right, being part of a softball team, right? Just really, and this is all great content. So thank you so much, Phil. Ethnically diverse, sort of diverse ages as well. Yeah, so all this diversity, which I think is cool. Just a terrific group of people that sometimes win, and it's not about winning. But yes, they've won a couple of tournaments. Yeah, won a couple championships over the years, but winning is secondary to fun and camaraderie. So we need this logo to emphasize and really, just to really project this fun and camaraderie. I think that's what's really cool about this. So we'll definitely highlight this as a word. They've only had uniforms one, blah, blah, blah. And that's the idea. I can show you more. Shiny new logo. Let's try to make a shiny new logo for social media, a word mark, things for jersey, social media, things like that to keep them going well into the future. So that's the plan. I'm looking forward to this. And I'm glad you're here. Bring a keg of beer and I'm in. I already kind of started. I was so excited about this, by the way. So I did a short version of this. Just kind of took some of the key phrases, etc., So, and we'll always remember fun and camaraderie as well. So fun and camaraderie. Right here, kind of pulled this down off the interwebs. He said that his previous logo was all about kind of like doing this VW thing, which is cute. You know, I like it. Your mind goes there when you say VW, or the V-dubs. I love that V-dubs. That's really cool. So yeah, that's the plan. Let's dive into this. A couple different ways you get to sort of do your brainstorming any way you want. Here it is, America's favorite co-ed softball team. So, and a number of tweets and various things. So, oh yeah, here we go. Adobe Express. We could start right in here if we want to. You could use this to brainstorm if you want. Just select logos, and you can start to type, say, sports. So we can see if there's any maybe cool templates that kind of can get those creative juices flowing, right? As I type in sports, we can kind of see what we have. Like, I like this. Sure enough, it is baseball, so that's similar. But I like this fun. I think it's going to need a fun font, so that's going to be good. Ooh, you won your playoff game by 2 runs. That's awesome. Next Sunday, we'll be playing for the World Championship. Awesome. That's fun. I love it. So we can start with something like this. I really want to see what this font is. It's called Ganache, right? That's fun. But we can jump in here and say, Valleywhackers. I think what's unique, so we could do baseball, softball club. But I also I do like the idea. Command D will duplicate. The idea of kind of talking about the history. Like, if you could, and this is maybe a common thing, but if it's like since 87 or something like that. I don't know. Just kind of playing with things. That's all I'm doing. We can see what this is all about too. Oh, this is good. We have this little softball that we can change the color of it, right? And we can even take this to the next level because we could change the color of this whole thing pretty easily. So we'll go to colors, say, hey, remix this, make it bright and fun. Ooh, that hurts. But just trying different options for this. I'm not saying they were good options, but there that is. So, again, just brainstorming, seeing what's out there, and moving forward from there. Ooh, odd feedback. I hear it a little bit as well. And I think I know what it is. Maybe. Check. Let's turn down the monitor. All right, so yeah, so hopefully I've turned that down and all the things. Okay, cool. Hopefully we're okay, and hopefully you can still hear me. All right. And thank you so much for joining me. Cool. I think we're okay. You really like the red and light blue. Cool. I like it too. All right, so that's one attempt. We can duplicate this page, play with this some more, rotate it, do some stuff like that. Try different fonts as well. Do we go with, more of a brush script, flood, standard? Thing is, it's like such a long word, so Ernesto asks a great question. When you create a social media image on Adobe Express, can you post it on your client's social media accounts? You can if you have them connected. You can, yes. And obviously you do that through sort of share. So we could share this page. And yeah, so as long as you have it connected. Let's go to publish. As long as you have their Twitter, etc. So that's all. I don't really have anything connected right here, but that's how you do it. So this could be a start. I'm liking the ball. There's different things I can do with it. There's some bending that we can do with the text. We could try something like that to make it curved. What I might do is duplicate this again and take this one, straighten it out, and just pick a different font and then rotate it. There we go. Right, and then you just have the ball in the center. Valleywhackers Softball Club. So yeah, we're just brainstorming ideas. Is it something like that? And do we play with the colors some more as well? There you go. All right, cool. So yeah, not bad. If you ever have any stacking issues right here, down in the bottom, you can see, you can start to adjust these. In fact, we'll move this behind and get rid of that fill maybe. So anyway, you get the idea. I'm going to jump into, yeah, this looks better. Like this, I kind of am into that font, and from here, let's just go ahead and download this like as a PDF. Again, just all our brainstorming pages, we can download those PDFs. All right. Again, just a place to start. We could take that, open it up in Illustrator, and, import all these. Sure, why not? There they are. All the different pages that you could take. Embed, ungroup, release clipping mask. You get the idea. So we have access to these assets now. So I can steal this softball if I want to and jump back in here and start to work with it in here. But let's get to the meat and potatoes of this, shall we? There we go. Let's make Phil happy. Let's make him a logo. And start working with this. So bear with me for one moment. Now, when I'm in Express, I can go through different fonts. It's nice that you have the ability to jump in and say pick cursive fonts. And I know this isn't the right layout for that, so that's why I'm going to jump back to this previous one right here, and then we'll pick just a different font. Go to more fonts, cursive, and then pick something that has a slant like this. Right? That's personally what I'm looking for. I'm not crazy how it looks a little old school, but that's kind of what I would take a look at, like I'm doing right now. I like this Fairwater script. Is not bad. So we can think about that. But the cool thing is we could jump out to, I was doing a search for just softballs. We can go to Adobe Fonts, fonts.adobe.com, and search for fonts based on cursive. I already have Valleywhackers typed in here, and see what we get in here. Like, this is good stuff just like for my desktop. I kind of like this because it's such a long word that, I like the ones that are maybe a little bit more dense. Boucherie might be good. We need to go for legible. That's the thing. And I'm not even sure that cursive font will work. Maybe what I just need is a fun font. Because they said, hey, we're all about basically community and having a good time. You know, could we use any one of these? Like, love this Mighty Slab. I already have that font, so let's just see what Mighty Slab looks like. Mighty Slab. Oh, yeah. You know, is it one word? Is it two? Do we break this up? You know, it just, you say it like one word without putting a pause in there. You say Valleywhackers or the V-dubs. So it's super fun. You know, this, when you read it, you're tempted to pause. You're tempted to be like Valleywhackers. And I think it flows better just saying Valleywhackers or V-dubs. You know, and the nice thing about picking a unique font, sorry about that red line, is you can say V-dubs and you still make the connection. Sorry about that red line. It's a monitor thing. So like these are still related. So he could still use this V-dubs or whackers. It still works. You still make the connection that it's kind of related to that same, you know, that same brand. But what we're doing is we're just exploring fonts, right? Using some inspiration from Express, jumping out, trying different fonts, things in Express. I think it's cool to just quickly add a curve or whatever we need. And let's just kind of just like roll through this. What we get. I think personally what this needs, we can have some fun with the flowiness. Valleywhackers, just like, hey, it's going to be fun. What if it's like a ball that's being hit out of the air? Like, where's our ball? Like, does this have flames on it? Right? Do we generate something like that? Does this have a slant? So let's take this. Let's slant it out by shearing it. You know, like that. Valleywhackers. Is this getting knocked in next week? Like so. Let's tighten this up as well. -20. Right? That's what we... Alexa, stop. All right, that was fun. I like something like this. I think it should just be something like this. Let's play with the stroke. Let's put a stroke on it. The fill could be, you know, something else. I don't know what. And let's add some depth to this. Yeah, so it could easily fly over the titles. That's what I love about this. Like, it's so long, it kind of needs to be broken up, right? This is my, well, technically it's a baseball, so I'm sure the stitching is a little bit different, but I do need a baseball. So let's take this. Let's do a couple more things real fast. I'm going to jump into my appearance panel. I'm going to add we have our fill. That's going to be a color. We're going to have a stroke. It's going to be underneath that. That also is going to, you know, be nice and thick. And we can round the corners of that as well. Right? And what's nice is I'm not worrying about picking the font just yet. I could change the font at any time, which I know I'm going to do. So we have that. Maybe we'll drop this down to 10. Let's add another stroke. And this time I'm going to add an effect, and we're going to add a transform effect in here. And we're going to offset this -1, -1, right? So I'm offsetting the stroke, -1, -1, and make 20 copies. Okay, I lied. Needs to be +1. But see what's happening there? We just made this awesome, like, depth, added this awesome depth to this logo. And this is what I'm all about. It's awesome. Right? So it just made 20 strokes and offset it 1 pixel 20 times. So that's what we're going for. That looks good. And we're like well on our way to having some fun with this. Oh, that lady. She is too much. I'm going to hit I. I'm going to sample that. Boom. And there we are. We could take this and distort it. So let's have some fun. Let's like go into like make with warp. Right? So we have those same warp options, or at least something similar that we were working with in Express. Right here. Right? Same thing. I love what Express does. Like, it does the half circle. We do have a little bit more control in Illustrator because we could do different, like, varying levels of that curve. Let's see, let me just move this off to the side. Right, but that's not even what I want to do. I actually want to do like a rise. Something like that. Does it have that sort of motion to it? Right? Oh, Ernesto, you are so kind. So it could be something like this. Again, we're just playing around. We can add colors to this and make this as fun as we want. We can make this, you know, black, you know, and there you go. You have that overlapping, and then there's that ball. Something like that. Cool. Valleywhackers. We're just playing with it some more. I still think I need to crank up the font some more. I want big swooshes. If you guys know me, you probably know that I love Lust Script Pro. So we're going to try Lust Script Pro. And just for kicks. Lust Script Display. This is why I like it, because we could go in here to this Y. Sorry it's hard to see, but we can add a lovely curve right there. Same thing for the W. Let's give it some just personality, right? I love these alternate glyphs that you have. How about the A? Does the A dip down and do something like that? Still not sure if this is the right font, but hey, I'm having a lot of fun. The K, ooh, the K could just do this. Zip. And what we're doing is we're having fun with this design because I think the Valleywhackers would appreciate that. Because they're a fun-loving bunch. So yeah, let's do that. There you go. You got Valleywhackers. You know, it's starting to look like... it almost looks like Valley Hackers. Because I'm losing that W. So... And it's getting more old-timey, like, soda shop. Hey, let's go down to the soda shop and get, like... I don't know, a root beer float. That's what it feels like to me. But I want a font. The Y is kind of weird. Yeah, maybe. But I still want something kind of fun, you know? Nothing wrong with that. Let's get this back to where it was. Let's change the font, people. Actually, you know, let's go back to skewing it, because that worked. That always happens when you skew. What you want to do when you skew, you select the skew tool, it's going to skew from this point right here. Closer you are to that point, the harder it's going to be. So kind of go the other end, and then go like that. Okay, now let's go ahead and just play with fonts. See what we get. Maybe sort them. Handwritten. Work with me, people. Actually, let's view it up here. Let's do this so we can all see it. Help me out here, people. Oh, you are funny. Oh, Reverb Mike. Mike, when I read that comment, I was like, oh, yeah, that's from you. I just knew it. Wait for it. Let's get over here. Ooh, that's not bad. Now, I do also want to mention that, like, when you're making a logo, it's not just picking fonts. Because what's going to happen is you might have an idea in your head. You're going to see if a font out there already exists that matches it, and then see if you just need to make your own, or if you could modify one that's out there to make something more unique. Like, I kind of like this one. This one's it's pretty legible. This one's just too wacky. I like this one, but I want some big curves and stuff. Deformation using envelope, great. Muriel, great idea. I absolutely love it. Love that idea. Yeah, it's such a good idea. I think what I need to do is, I'm thinking in my head right now, and I need to go back in Donut Shop font. I need to go in. I need to modify this font. What I need is I need a big curve for that Y. It needs to be like a big swooshy thing. I need to be able to control the thickness. The same thing right here. Let's just have some big swooshes. Like, let's emphasize this W. So we need a custom font. We need to maybe custom write this out ourselves. I'm going to try Donut Shop font because you know what? We're community here, and we're designing by community. Oh, I don't have Donut Shop. The donut. Oh, darn it. Is that just I don't know if that's a specific font or a type of font, by the way. But I think we definitely need to kind of make our own. So let's do this. This will be fun. Okay. You ready for this? I'm going to blow your minds. I think this is awesome. We're going to take this. We're just going to cut it. We'll go new layer. We want everything to be nice and clean. We'll go to the appearance panel. We have all this crazy stuff. So let's just reduce to basic appearance. We're getting this back. We're going back to the roots, right? Just back to the root of this font, right? And who knows where that yellow's coming from. There it is. Hey, let's take this down like so. So this is also something I will do is use a previous font as a guide and draw some lines in. We can just kind of try to stay true to, say, the baseline, the X height as well. Keep that in mind. And then the I don't even know what it's called. What's the top line height? The capital height, basically? I don't know what it is, and I should. Okay, so that's what we have. On top of that, we could start drawing on top of this. And what we'll do, we'll just draw with pencil in black, like so, and we'll do those big swooshes. This is going to take a lot of work. Ascender, that's below, but yeah. This ascender above. Thank you. Ascender and descender. You're right. So I could do this. I could redraw all of this. I'm already 27 minutes in. But this is a good thing to do. Let's take this. Let's round that so we don't get anything funky. So again, sort of like doing our own hand lettering right in here. Double click. Yep, it's already set to smooth. We want this Y to be nice and big. Like come up and then be big. There we go. This is going to give us the most control. Typically you want to like make an A and then just start duplicating it. And you know, honestly, I didn't know I'd get so much into hand lettering today. But, you know, that's what's happening. There we go. There's our A. Let's smooth it out some more. So we're going to take this path and simplify it. Perfect. There is our A. Our E needs a lot of work too. Like notice how it has this point. We could do this. We could tweak this a couple different ways, but let's just do that. Let's do the same thing with it. Typically I will jump in and, sorry if I'm leaning away from the mic, and simplifying it down some more. As few points as possible. Simple but no simpler is what I would say. It's like, what does that even mean? I don't know what it means. But you know, getting it down just to the bare bones. Beautiful E. What's going on with this H? That's so extreme. Grab this control point in the middle. Curve that out like so. Take this, you know, just have some fun. The Valleywhackers would appreciate it if you just have some fun when you're making their logo. Let's, again, take this. Simplify. I do not know the shortcut for simplify, and I think I should. Shame on me. Oops, I didn't have this whole thing selected. So when you are using simplify, make sure you have all the points selected. There we go. That's what I was looking for. Getting rid of that point at the right, dare I say, point. 30 minutes left, 20 new projects. I'm all about it. I'm loving it. What's going to be so great about this is we're gonna go in and we're going to start controlling the width. So we'll use the width tool on this. So right in here, we'll select this. We'll right in here, width tool, jump in, like maybe make it a little bit thicker on this part and thinner on other parts, but basically controlling that width like so, right? So that's what we want to do. Okay, something like that. And what I did there is I just basically created a width profile. You can see it right up here. That's like my new width profile, which I should be able to save. Right over here. Add to profiles. VW. VDubs. There we go. I could take this. Let's try this. Select this, hit I, click, boom, done. Adds the same thickness and the curved corners and all that good stuff. And yeah, we're well on our way. Stuff takes time though, you know. It's like, as you can see, it's it all takes time. But we want that dynamic motion. And we want to steal this A. Right? Such control over this. Absolutely love it. N uses that same thickness. I would love to have this A go down like that. Oh, we already have our E, so let's steal our E. I mean, this is what I do. I think when you use the same letters, it just like makes it look more consistent overall. We want to have that same angles and all that stuff. I'm not really reading it. Okay, cool. Oh, Ernesto, can you just join me all the time? Because you were just so nice, and I just really appreciate it, my friend. So this is the case for this one. We'll thicken it up on the end here to really emphasize that R. Move that down and tweak this handle in. This one right here. That's pretty good. S. Whoa, where did it go? Hello. There it is. I'm definitely not on the canvas. Who knows where I am? We'll increase the thickness of all these letters, but it is looking better. Actually, no, we're not going to increase the thickness. Yeah, it's turned out pretty well. Oh, Val, you're so nice. What's nice about this, and this is what we ran into, we tried to find fonts that would work. We found one that was close, and we know we need to modify it. Somebody mentioned sort of like warping it, and that will work, but ultimately what I need to do is like really emphasize these parts. These points, like this needs to come up, right? And just be more emphasized. Right? And often I'll just jump in and just like simplify this as well. There we go. We just want this to, and maybe parts of this W, because it's whackers. We want to it's not hackers. And even one of those fonts read as hack. So that's not going to work for me, right? But we can jump in here. We can thicken this up even maybe just a touch more. Having that control right in here for this anchor, this middle part, that gets a little too thick. So let's decrease its size, as you can see. All right, so it's just these little tweaks. Then we're making for the team. They're going to win the championship. They're going to win. They're going to do it all. The Adventure Boy Valleywhackers. All right. Yes, isn't it? Well, yeah, Steve, it's good. Tallywhacker, Valleywhacker. Let's turn off our guides. Here it is. We can start to play with colors and strokes and all that fun stuff. It's going to be a blast. We're going to group it right now. We'll go to our appearance panel. We want to add a new stroke. I mean, this is what I do. Let's maybe a touch bigger. Let's change the color of this stroke to gold. Ooh, this is interesting. Okay. Oh, you know what? I'm even learning something every single day. Oh, that's on top. My bad. Make sure it's selected. It's the little things. Okay. Let's get rid of that. Let's get rid of that. I need to make this, I think I need to make this a compound path. And that's what my gut's telling me. So basically I'm having an issue with things. Let's wait for it. My machine's running a little slow. Okay. Compound path. Make. Nope, that's not what I want. Well, anyways, we might just cheat this. I think this is something for me to look at a little bit closer. Because basically I'm getting this, because it's actually a stroke. There is no fill. It's so fascinating. That's what's happening. All right. Any thoughts? Because I'm running into this issue right here, and I don't want to duplicate this element. Oh, I didn't have it selected for one. That's the second time I've done that. Okay, so we know what that does. We know if I put this underneath, okay, it put it underneath. If I make it 2 points, it still peeks out from behind it. So I'm just kind of running into certain issues that I'm not going to worry about right now because I don't have time. We'll take this, we'll copy it. Now we have 2 versions. We'll take this second version, make it gold. And check this out. Are you ready for this? What if I want this text to be, the thickness to be 20% thicker? Well, what do? If I scale it up now, and I can look in my panel, but if I scale it up now, it scales the stroke and effect. So this is what we're going to do. We're going to go in here. We're going to change the width and height to 120%. Okay, did it. Now we're going to go and we're going to turn off scale strokes and effects. And then we're going to take this back down to 80%. Boom. So what we did there, through a little bit of magic, I hope it worked. Oh, I think I needed to take it down to not 80%, but back down to 100%. I didn't know it was going to actually remember that I was at 100%. Or 875. Let's just do this. Taking the size back down, basically. There we go. Move this into place. Let's do that a couple more times. Yeah, scale strokes and effects. We scale everything up really big, like so, nice and big. And then we will turn this off, and then we'll just scale it back down to that size that we had earlier. Boom. We've made that a lot thicker. So this is what I'm going for. Like this, just nice thickness and be able to offset it, stuff like that. Cool. So that's what we're doing. Got it? Got it? Get it? Got it good. All right, let's move on. After I tweak that a touch. I would want to add so many different versions of this, different strokes. Oh, it would be so much fun. Let's do it. Let's get it done. Go, go, go. Go. Do the thing. Make it work. Make this red. Gata. That's what I do. Just like start adding a couple colors in there. Maybe even offset the other direction. Oh, that's a great idea too. So many good ideas. All right, so let's get the ball in there if you don't mind. I wonder if the tail of the Y could form a bat that underlines the rest of the word. It could, or what we could have is we could have a bat that threads that Y. I was thinking in terms of the word whack, we need to have the ball soaring through the air with such velocity, it hurts your brain. I'm going to go into the noun project. I don't know if you know this. We can search for softball, see what we get. It's going to be soaring through the air with such velocity. Ooh, this one's not bad. So maybe I could use this one. You know, here's the ball. This one actually might work. I wanted to show you this really fast. Check this out. You ready, Kevin? You ready, Reverb Mike? Let's do this. Boom. Jaba. Zara. Kata. Sha. Cut this. Flip it. Color. White. 3D and materials. Object. Revolve. Boom. Here's our surface. Guess what? I sneakily made earlier is I made the pattern for softball earlier, right? So the pattern's right there. We can go to materials, graphics, and then select that material. Click right there, and now it adds it. And we can move that. If we have it selected, we should be able to move it. I don't know why this is selected, and I'm trying to move that pattern. Oh, there we go. So there, now we're controlling We're controlling that thread and all of that. If you're not crazy about the lighting and things like that, we can actually just go to diffuse. So here's sort of like more of a flat version. It's just a different look. Let's try this. I don't even know what's going to happen if I do render as vector. What's going to happen? I don't know. Let's try it. I just don't know what's going to happen with that graphic. So we are going to find out in a second. Oh, and it might have done it. Oh, kind of did it. Kind of did what I wanted, I think. What you can also do with these, I'll just make two versions, but this one here will go to Object. Down at the bottom, Expand as wireframe. So we're going to just hit that button and see what happens. Okay, so it does expand everything and makes everything wireframes. Okay, that's all. Anyways, here's our ball. You can see the cool action, everything that's happening now. Whammy! So cool. We got our ball. Shrink it down. Of course, it breaks it, so that's fun. Interesting. It's so crazy. Oh, guess what? Back here, look. We need to scale the strokes and effects. That's the problem with this. So let's scale this back up. I hope you guys are learning a lot. I know I am. Welcome back, everybody. Here this is. We scaled this up. Let's take this piece. Sorry, this is, you know. You're like, wait a minute, this design takes time? Yeah. Designing does take time. Let's make that much larger. Move that like so. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to see if I could just group this and make it simpler. Come on, come on, come on. Come on. Oh, I forgot to do it. Yeah, anyways, here's our ball. You guys get the idea. I'm going to set this aside. There's more I need to do. I'm going to use this other one for now. Right? I think this might be the way to go. Maybe I was making it too complex. Who knows? But I still think it's pretty cool. Yeah, and really our goal is to make a logo, right? To jump back so everybody knows what we're talking about. We're doing everything, you know, we're going to get everything into Adobe Express. So, as you can see right over here, Phil Trask can use it for the Valleywhackers because he entered his name and info into the forum. So what I personally want to do is I want to have this ball soaring through the air with flames, with velocity. I love the idea of the bat. But there's so much that still needs to happen with all of this. Like this whole thing needs to, I honestly need to outline it and do all this stuff. Like there's a lot I need to do to this. Which I want to do right now. Expand appearance. Boom. Appearance panel. Add a fill. Make it gold. Add a stroke. This is everything we did earlier. Since we did it earlier, let's go back to that design. And let's just delete this altogether because it's just going to get in the way. Boom, there we are. So, here we go. Here was the inspiration right here for our logo. And then here's what we made by, you know, just putting in the work. Next up is going to be adding all the elements that we need to add, like a bat and all that fun stuff. All right, so let's get to work. I got a couple, I don't have long. Let's grab this. Bring this up here. And, you know, just get things done, huh? Let's get things done. That's going to be flying through the air. We could have flames. Shall we draw some flames really fast? There's our flames. It's going to have a lovely fill of so many cool colors. Just like that. Sent to the back. Oh yeah. With ferocity and velocity. Let's take this. Boom. Stretch it. Oh yeah, get that flame going. Come on, you know what I'm talking about. Make it hot. Make it hot. Just flying through the air. It's crazy how fast this thing is going. Heck, we'll even try it right here instead of, let's do that. Wait for it. Wait for it, people. Wait. We're getting it done. Sorry, I'm not taking a look at the comments, but you know, you get the idea. That's fun. Flying through the air. Look at it. Look out. I'm gonna whack that ball so hard like you don't even. You know what? Let's still make it even more fun. As somebody mentioned earlier, yeah, I have less than 5 minutes. I gotta hurry. But all about doing like a little envelope distort. We could try that. Make with mesh really fast to something like that. And just, you know, maybe this is tweaking. Maybe it's tweaking. Maybe this is tweaking a little bit. Maybe we just tweak this. You know, we just give all this, like, again, just still some fun motion to do what we need it to do, to make sure it's legible, to make sure it's, like, just not too static, right? That's our goal, right? Something like that. Give it just, like, a fun curve. Maybe this needs to go down, like so. So that's kind of where that's at. Yeah, you know, hey, I'm not gonna, you know, I'm not a miracle worker. I mean, there's so many things I need to do with this flame. I would, again, just jump out, use this, like use Express, because we can, and this is what I should have done, search in here for maybe shapes, maybe design assets. Let's go to flame and see what we get. Oh, come on now, look at this. Like, this stuff's cool. Like, look at that. I know. It's a basketball. We get it. Let's ungroup it. I think I can ungroup it. Maybe I cannot. But either way, let's, shrink that down. Something like this. And put it behind everything. Oh, wrong button. There we go. Flames. Anyway, there that is. We're going to take this. Oh, only a couple minutes left. Where are we at with our artboard? It's all over the place. Let's go to our... Yeah, maybe asset export. Maybe just go to our libraries, because this is all connected. So once I'm ready, if I do want to add a brand new artboard right here and add my version of the logo, libraries right here. So here's my libraries, and that's how I would load it in. So this is like go with a new library. We'll make sure we're using the same library. A new library. Take this, drop it in there. Oh, look, this is what I bought earlier too. Why didn't I just use that? Why didn't I just use that? Could have saved so much time. Because you know what? I'm an artist. Either way, that's done. And that will appear right over here. It just needs like a little bit of a refresh. And you guys get the idea. Hopefully you're having fun with this. And you're having fun with Adobe Express and everything. Yes. Appreciate you guys. Make it pop. Give me another logo. Here it is, down to the wire. Last one. Jump in there. Please refresh and be my friend. Should appear right down here behind my head. Come on, asset. Load in, but that's where it will appear. Okay. But you get the idea. Bring that into, let's go to view all. Yep. It's like, no, I'm not going to load right now. But either way, this is what we created. Appreciate you guys hanging out with me. Honestly, I would go back and tweak the original stroked font to get what I want, because I don't think this is there yet. Like this curve, it just needs more flowy flavor. But you get the idea, and I think this is fun. Flame needs work as well. I'm gonna work on that, and just to recap, this is of course all for Phil. Phil, hopefully you appreciated what we created, especially in the short amount of time. I know we didn't get everything done, but we got a lot done. Going from this to this. We've come a long way, baby, as in the design and as people, haven't we? So I appreciate you guys. Feel free to enter your whatever side hustle you'll have, and would love to help you out. Appreciate you guys. Love ya. Appreciate ya. Stay safe, everyone. Go give somebody a hug. Call your mom. Get a good night's sleep. Thanks, everybody. We'll see you soon.